Welcome to the third episode of Hot 5 and 5. I'll be your host of the week, BAKBossmAn. Hot 5 and 5 is the best source for the 5 latest and greatest gaming stories of the week in 5 minutes or less. Without further ado, let's get right into the news. On Monday, Nintendo stock rose 24.52%, which is the company's highest one-day surge since 1983, and their market value has risen $7.5 billion. This is all due to the hit new mobile title Pokemon Go. Since the game's release last week on July 6th, Pokemon Go has achieved more active users than Tinder, Snapchat, and Twitter. In addition to this, Pokemon has become a more popular search term on Google than Minecraft ever has in the past. Also, Thursday, Nintendo added the ability to request new Pokemon gyms and PokeStops on the official Pokemon Go support page. However, they have stated they are no longer accepting submissions. In recent days, Valve has been bombarded with lawsuits over third-party gambling sites and have decided to crack down on them. Valve is in the process of sending notices to these sites requesting they cease operations through Steam's trading system and OpenID API, which allow gambling and other third-party sites to use Steam accounts as bots to receive and distribute items. By making bots against Steam's terms of service, third-party sites most likely may be put to a permanent end. Nintendo has announced a re-release of their classic and revolutionary 8-bit console, the NES, dubbed the Nintendo Classic Mini Nintendo Entertainment System. The console will be a miniature version of the original NES with a built-in 30 games, including the likes of Kid Icarus to Final Fantasy. Instead of RCA cables, the Mini will use an HDMI port and will be powered by USB. It will also include a single NES Mini controller, however, a standalone controller will be available for purchase. The boxes for the controller and Mini are also very reminiscent of classic Nintendo box art. As of July 13th, Twitch made a statement responding to Valve's announcement clarifying the intended use of Steam's trading system and OpenID API, reminding users of Twitch's own terms of service. Broadcasters are not permitted to stream content that breaks the terms of service or user agreements of third parties. As such, content in which the broadcaster uses or promotes services that violate Valve's stated restrictions is prohibited on Twitch. The ever-so-popular game called System Shock just reached its goal of $900,000 for the game to be remastered by Night Dive Studios. System Shock is a first-person RPG that was developed in 1994 by Looking Glass Technologies. The game's story, enemies, and levels are set to be roughly the same as the original, but the graphics and UI are to be updated. System Shock is said to be the progenitor or parent or ancestor to a lot of story-driven games nowadays like Resident Evil and Metal Gear Solid, and is an inspiration to the BioShock series. If the Kickstarter money reaches $1.4 million, then the developer promises to bring true RPG character leveling to the game, as well as weapon crafting and updating. A pre-alpha beta is out now on Steam, GOG, and Humble Store. That's it for this week's news. Leaving a rating down below is very appreciated, along with any sort of feedback in the comments section. New episodes are released every Friday, so make sure to subscribe and check back next week for more info on recent news. This is BAKBossMAN signing off. Peace on the streets.